how are you?
Very good. So you've been here for several protests already this last year. What is making this one different? Why are so many people coming out here today?
Well, we see that there have been many people that have come, not only here from Kern County, but also from all over the state, because we know that these medical cuts that the Congress is attempting to do is going to affect everybody. So it's not just people in Kern County, it's not just the people in the state of California, it's the whole United States of America. And these cuts are going to be devastating because families depend on the resources that they get, especially our disabled population and the people that take care of them, the home care workers that take care of them also, and they would be lost without those home care workers to help them. So Valadao, you've got to do the right thing. We know that CD 22, right here, his district, his congressional district, we have more people on Medicaid and Medicaid than any other district in the state of California, if not the United States of America. So he's got to step up to his responsibilities, to do the right thing.
And you're 95 years old now, and you're willing to be arrested today. Can you talk to us? Why?
Well, we want to make that statement, and when you get arrested, you have your rights taken away from you. It's a humiliation, but this is what people will be feeling, and much more so when they get all of these cuts that are going to affect their lives. So we want to make that statement to Valadao that myself and other people are willing to do this humiliating task, you might say, to get the message across to him.
Can you tell us about the people that are here today? There are people with disabilities, there are elderly. Why is it so important to stand up for them in a time like this?
We know that the people that are getting arrested symbolize the people that are going to be affected by these drastic cuts, and they don't have to be made. We are the richest country in the world, and we need to support our disabled population, our elderly, and now is the time to do that, and he can do this. He swore to the Constitution of the United States that he would protect his constituents. It's time to do that.
And if Representative Valadao was right here, what would you say to him right now?
I would say, remember your promise. You promised my grandchildren in person that you would protect them and not that you would vote against these cuts. So it's time to keep your promise.
Thank you so much. Anything else you'd like to add?
Well, this promise is not only to my grandchildren who have autism, but it's to all of the disabled population in your district.
To vote no on Medicaid. They are all out here. There are people that are that have disabilities or have family that have disabilities. There are people that have support for continuing benefits for the elderly. Now, Valadao himself has said he's not going to touch those benefits, but a lot of people here want to see a no vote on any future cuts to Medicaid going forward, and they're not quite convinced just yet. This is the people that we've been speaking to here today, including Doris Huerta, who's going to get arrested in this thing, say that they're not taking the time of day to meet.
Hi, how are you?
Very good. So you've been here for several protests already this last year. What is making this one different? Why are so many people coming out here today?
Well, we see that there have been many people that have come, not only here from Kern County, but also from all over the state, because we know that these medical cuts that the Congress is attempting to do is going to affect everybody. So it's not just people in Kern County, it's not just the people in the state of California, it's the whole United States of America. And these cuts are going to be devastating because families depend on the resources that they get, especially our disabled population and the people that take care of them, the home care workers that take care of them also, and they would be lost without those home care workers to help them. So Valadao, you've got to do the right thing. We know that CD 22, right here, his district, his congressional district, we have more people on Medicaid and Medicaid than any other district in the state of California, if not the United States of America. So he's got to step up to his responsibilities, to do the right thing.
And you're 95 years old now, and you're willing to be arrested today. Can you talk to us? Why?
Well, we want to make that statement, and when you get arrested, you have your rights taken away from you. It's a humiliation, but this is what people will be feeling, and much more so when they get all of these cuts that are going to affect their lives. So we want to make that statement to Valadao that myself and other people are willing to do this humiliating task, you might say, to get the message across to him.
Can you tell us about the people that are here today? There are people with disabilities, there are elderly. Why is it so important to stand up for them in a time like this?
That we know that the people that are getting arrested symbolize the people that are going to be affected by these drastic cuts, and they don't have to be made. We are the richest country in the world, and we need to support our disabled population, our elderly, and now is the time to do that, and he can do this. He swore to the Constitution of the United States that he would protect his constituents. It's time to do that.
And if Representative Valadao was right here, what would you say to him right now?
I would say, remember your promise. You promised my grandchildren in person that you would protect them and not that you would vote against these cuts. So it's time to keep your promise.
Thank you so much. Anything else you'd like to add?
Well, this promise is not only to my grandchildren who have autism, but it's to all of the disabled population in your district, in California, and in the United States of America.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. You want to take a picture? Silverstone, good? All right. Grace, can you spell your name for us and your first and last name?
Sure. Grace, Grace, Huerta, Huerta.
And you're willing to go to jail today or be arrested if the county sheriffs do so, right?
The reason being, not only do I work and represent the babies in the Early Start program, these are babies who are at risk for developmental disabilities. These are babies who don't have a voice. So it's up to us to speak for them. It's up to those of us who work in the field to say enough is enough. We need to speak up. And I'm also not only a co-founder of Exceptional Family Center here in Bakersfield, I'm a constituent of Vince Fong. My children are constituents of Congressman Valadao. They voted for him because they believed his campaign promises. Both of them made promises to the people in Kern County, to the most vulnerable. He knows his county. He knows the need, and it's time for him to have that backbone to say, no, I'm going to stand firm for the people of Kern County who believed in me, who believed that they could trust me. So here we are today. That's why we're all here today. Not to say that we're protesting against him, but we're telling him, we're reminding you that it's time for you to stand with us. I'm also a parent. I raise two children with developmental disabilities. I know the challenges. I know that it's so hard for families to get the services and support. And if you add the additional pressure of removing Medicaid services, these children and families are going to walk away without the life-giving support that the children need to live a life of purpose and meaning. All children, all people deserve that. Congressman Valadao, Congressman Vince Fong, remember, listen, we still believe in you. We're not against you. Speak to us. Tell us what are your thoughts, because Medicaid gives life. It gives people the opportunity to get the care, not to stay dependent, but to become more independent, to live to reach that purpose of life that everyone deserves. And that's why we're here today.
And what would you say to the congressman if you were right here right now?
Congressman, come and speak with us. Tell us your thoughts. It's true. It's silent. Why the silence? We don't understand that you're not responding to people are panicked. People are concerned, and rightly so. We haven't heard your voice. Where's your voice? Where's your guarantee or commitment to stand with us? That's what I would say. Come and speak with us.
And thank you so much. And what's your title again with the center? I'm
a co-founder of the Exceptional Family Center here in Bakersfield. It's an early start center devoted for all people with developmental disabilities, but especially the early start babies that come to our center for services and support.
Thank you so much. Appreciate your time. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Good running. Huh? Good running. Was that?
We're still good.
Oh, good. Are we now back onto the live? Or like it's not on the clip anymore?
Yeah,
All right, perfect.
showing this.
All right, sounds good. Perfect. All right, I'll give them a call. We should call the IFB. Okay, if you guys can hear us, we are now in. That's for our team in Bakersfield. Should be feeding. Gotcha. I'm behind the camera. So. Gotcha. Was that? It's hot, yeah. Oh yeah, people online know what we're talking about. It's hot out here. If you want to get an idea of just this whole thing that's going on here, we have Dolores Huerta, who's 95. You think it's hot for us in the 80-degree temperatures out this way. 95-year-old civil rights icon Dolores Huerta is willing to get arrested today if that happens. Remember, this is a public space outside the county offices. There's a little bit of obstruction as it goes to where people can park, but people here are, of course, going out for the no Medi-Cal cuts, making sure that their benefits are not touched. It's an interesting situation. Representative Dave Valadao says he would not vote for Medicaid cuts. People here said he's already voted for Medicaid cuts. What he voted for was a budget resolution that essentially made it possible for the executive branch to make those types of cuts to programs that people need, and that's the case that people here are making. But he would argue the fact that he doesn't say he's cut anything from Medicaid and Medicaid benefits yet. But you can see it's such a big issue that all these people from not only here in Bakersfield and Kern County and his congressional district are here, but we've actually been speaking with people from Los Angeles, people from Northern California, from the foothills outside Sacramento that are all the way down here, that are making their voice heard about their displeasure with the way that they feel House Republicans would vote on legislation that would have an impact possibly to Medi-Cal here in California, and of course cuts across the country as this garners nationwide attention. And Representative Valadao, of course, why the focus on him? We also have Vince Fong that's in the city of Bakersfield. Well, Representative Valadao's office is considered a swing district. It's one that the DCCC is targeting to possibly flip. They have not had luck over the last number of years. It's been Representative Valadao's place that he's won even by the most narrowest of margins, as he did a couple years back. This past year in 2024, as Donald Trump would win the presidency, he actually won by a wider margin of around 7%, but of course that's still a very tight margin for some of these House races. And now the question is, what does it take to get him out of office, is what many Democrats are thinking. His one time that he's ever lost an election in the U.S. House of Representatives was in 2018. Why is that a significant date? 2018 is the first midterm of the Trump presidency. That was his first midterm after being elected in 2016. His midterm was in 2018. He would lose to TJ Cox, but in 2020, despite, of course, President at the time, Biden, carrying the state of California by quite a wide margin, David Valadao would regain his seat in the House in 2020, and he's been there these last couple elections since, in 2022 and 2024, beating the same opponent, Rudy Salas. You're hearing the chants, say it loud, say it clear, hands off Medi-Cal. A lot of energy coming. Yep. Yeah, 11:59 will be on our station local affiliate, KBAK, CBS, 11:59 Pacific. And you're looking at all those names on those. You look at all the names on the shirts there, SEIU. And for those that are watching outside of Kern County, currently engaged in negotiations between SEIU, county workers, and the county of Kern. They are here as well, worried about not only salary negotiations, job negotiations, but of course what impact they would have on their benefits. A lot of those people for the county are healthcare providers, as the large turnout here today would suggest.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the Disability Week of Action to Protect Medicaid. It is amazing seeing all of you out here.
40 seconds.
All right, we're going to get started with our incredible speakers today who are here to put a human face on these Medicaid cuts. How many people here receive or provide services paid for by Medicaid? That is almost everyone here. Okay, here we go. We are the human face. We are the... Now, do you have enough mics?
Protesters are out in front of Representative David Valadao's office here in Bakersfield. They are protesting hands off their Medi-Cal. They're not convinced Representative Valadao will be voting no to help keep their benefits. We will see. We'll have to see what these speakers say that are at risk of arrest.
Are you going to go back? Loud. Okay. All right. My name is Judy Mark. I am the president of Disability Voices United. We are a statewide organization that advocates for people with disabilities by people with disabilities. And we are thrilled to be partnering today with the Fight for Our Health Coalition and all of you who have joined us today to ask, almost beg, Congressman David Valadao to protect Medicaid. So today what we're going to do is we're going to have chants, we're going to have speakers, and we're going to have some amazing
I'll cue you in. I'll probably just describe the scene.
Why Medicaid is important.
Do you want him in during
To start us off,
Start over there, then bring him in.
let's do a chant. I know you've been chanting a lot, but let's start us off. Here's what I'm going to say. Hey, David Valadao, what do you say? And you respond, vote no on cuts to Medicaid. Got it? Hey, David Valadao, what do you say? Vote no on cuts to Medicaid. Hey, David Valadao, what do you say? Vote no on cuts to Medicaid. So today, we also have in the House some legends, and we hope that you will stay for the entire event because we are going to rock your world, I promise.
We can tell you exactly everything you just said there, Aaron. We have a ton of people that are out here today, and this protest is not the first one that's been here. It's been growing week over week over week. We've been bringing you coverage on this, but today the whole public square around David Valadao's office taken over by protesters. They want to make sure that their Medicaid is not touched, that Medi-Cal is not touched. We're hearing personal stories about that, and people are here at risk of arrest, whereas people are kind of taking over this parking lot that exists around here, but it's for an important cause, and that's why we want to bring in Devin Newton, who's a Bakersfield resident here, and we were speaking to you before, and we were talking about why this is so personal for you. Can you talk to us about what makes it so personal for you to be here today?
Yeah, my son has spina bifida. It's a congenital defect. It makes every aspect of his life difficult. And without these social services, the social safety net, Medicaid, Medi-Cal, me and my family would be subsistence living, eating dirt, not able to pursue our American dream. We'd be living paycheck to paycheck, just fighting to stay alive. With these programs, we are able to provide him the standard of living that he needs. It's given us just enough breathing room to pursue our American dream. I was able to go to school. My girlfriend's able to provide a wonderful life for him. He's able to get all the programs and services he needs, and because of these programs, he's blossomed. He's amazing. And the fact that politicians like Representative Dave Valadao want to cut these programs, I can't describe the sorrow that makes me feel.
We're talking about you being also not only the American dream, but as an American soldier as well, and somebody who's working for a nursing degree.
Yeah, I serve this country. I love this country. I'm a patriot. And if you're a patriot, if you truly love this country, what do you love about this country? It's not the flag, it's not the land, it's not the geographical location of space and time, it is the American people. It was written in the Constitution, we the people, to create a more perfect union. We are creating a more perfect union for the people. Cutting the social safety nets, cutting these programs is not my idea of a more perfect union. It seems to be like it's Dave Valadao's idea of a more perfect union, and he'd be hard-pressed to convince me that that is a more perfect union.
And of course, thank you, Devin, for giving us some of your time today. And we're hearing Devin's story, but it's not one that's unique. Everybody here talking for a reason, coming out for a particular thing that's personal for them, as Medicaid and Medi-Cal benefits, of course, affect so many people. And again, people that are willing to risk arrest for that, including 95-year-old Dolores Huerta. Aaron, we're going to send things back to you, and we'll be back here later at 12:30 on our sister station, KBFX Fox 58.
For me, I live with a chronic illness called myotonic dystrophy. It's a daily reminder that chronic illness is linked to life, but does not define who we are.
Thank you so much. Appreciate that.
Course,
Yeah.
Of course.
And then if anybody, if you like, for the 12:30 as well.
One, Christina, she takes care of her son who has a disability. She's a KBAK service provider. I'll bring her over.
Okay, perfect. And same idea, yeah. Right at that time will be great. Thank you.
And the cost will just not affect medical services. It's going to affect income support services, care, regional center support. These are also not shopping. They're in the shopping block. This means your services.
And if our affiliates would like that, that is DEVON NEWTON, U.S. Army veteran and Bakersfield resident, Devin Newton.
To the left, to the right, to the center, to see us as a human being. Not as a number or costing us per sheet. Saving lives should not come with a price tag. Don't let your signatures become the weapon that will kill lives, but not to cut to save Medicaid.
Thank you, Anna. No way. Medicaid is here to stay.
No cuts, no way.
Medicaid is here to stay.
No cuts, no way. Medicaid is here to stay. No cuts, no way. Medicaid is here to stay.
All right, our next speaker is Nicole Mensch, a constituent. By the way, I forgot to mention that Anna is also a constituent of Congressman Valadao. Nicole is the HCBS, or Home and Community-Based Services, paid for by Medicaid, the HCBS liaison for the ARC of Bakersfield. And Nicole uses a device to communicate, and so we'll be listening to their iPhone.
About 75, I guess. Yeah. I can keep it live or I can turn it off if you want.
No, not too.
Keep it up.
I have
Okay.
extra batteries.
Gotcha.
For the 12:30, did you want to move somewhere else?
Here we go.
We can stay right here just to make it easier for us. It'll be a same shot. It'll be a new shot for the Fox station. It's because I don't know outside.
I want to talk to you about why Medicaid and Social Security are so important to me. But first, let me tell you a little about my story. I've always been independent. When I finally moved out of my parents' house, they found a board and care home for me in Selmar. But I was too independent for the strict rules there, and I didn't always follow them. So, after a while, they tried something new, moving 5 of us into a house together. And guess who was one of the 5? Yep, lucky me.
Paul's asking if you can feedback VO.
That's when I started using in-home supportive services,
want it now?
or
Yep.
IHSS,
Yeah.
and I'm
Mhm.
still on it today. I also receive Social Security. If I didn't have these vital resources throughout my life, I honestly don't know where I'd be. Because of this support, I was able to go to college and earn an associate's degree in computer science.
Go to the registration desk.
Hi, how are
Thank you. You want to take a picture? Silvertown, good? Okay, if you guys can hear us, we are now in. That's for our team in Bakersfield. From Northern California, from the foothills outside Sacramento that are all the way down here, that are making their voice. A lot of energy coming. Yep. Yeah, 11:59. We'll be on our station. And for those that are watching outside of Kern County, currently engaged in negotiations between SEIU, job negotiations, but of course, what impact it would have on their benefits. A lot of those people for the county are healthcare providers, as the large turnout here today would suggest.
Human face, we are cuts to Medicaid.
Field resident Devin Newton.
To the left, to the right, to the center, to see us as a human being. We come with a price tag. Don't let your signatures become the weapon. They will kill life, but not to cut.
Medicaid is here to stay.
No cuts, no way.
Medicaid is here to stay. No cuts, no way.
No cuts, no way. Medicaid is here to stay.
Paid for by Medicaid. The CBF liaison for the Arc of Bakersfield. And Nicole uses a device to communicate, and so we'll be listening to their iPhone.
About 75, I guess? Yeah.
Repeat after me, everyone. Hands off Medi-Cal.
Hands off Medicaid.
Congressman Vince Fong, I am your constituent. You are also quoted on your website saying, quote, I have spent my career fighting for Central Valley families, a promise to end reckless cuts that will cause catastrophic impacts on babies, early childhood, seniors, the disabled, and many more. Valadao and Congressman Fong, if you must oppose cuts that harm babies, they cannot speak for themselves. That is why we are here. Stand firm on your campaign promise. Cuts will drive people into deeper poverty. Rural health systems will close. Pregnancy mortality rates will increase. People will use hospital emergency rooms as a last resort. You will see, guaranteed, costs will skyrocket. You will not make America healthy again. America, Trump says, oh, we're going to make America great again. Well, guess what? You touch Medicaid, you're going to see a very unhealthy America. That's right. From babies to the elderly, life will be cut short. Congressman Fong, how are you going to keep your promise to the veterans? You said, quote, on your website to the veterans that you want to give, quote, veterans access to benefits they deserve. So how are you going to do that if you vote to cut Medicaid? I ask you now strongly. Congressman Valadao, Fong, we challenge you to represent your constituents, your community. Don't fall for the pressure of the current White House administration. Trump, and hear me clearly, hear me clearly, Trump is a fake Republican. He is not the president. He is fake. He is a liar. Don't fall for it. Does he stand for family? No. Does he stand for children? No. Does he stand for morality, spirituality? No. Is he a man of faith? No! He stands for none of these honored American values. Finally, in closing, Medi-Cal is an assault on all Californians, especially us, these people who are here today, who took time, precious time. Many people who are here took time off their jobs just to be here to say, I want to use my voice. I'm so proud of all of you using that power. Yes, yes. And we keep hearing that there's abuse and this and that. No one is to strengthen Medicaid. Strengthen it, don't cut it. That's right. And that's closing, Congressman, constituent, guess what? We're gonna remember how you vote at election time.
That's okay. Well, one? Yeah. Oh, you can go get one. I'll stay with the equipment.
How will you be remembered? Will you be remembered as a trusted representative? One that had the courage, the backbone.
Because I remember walking in, I thought, are you sure you don't want one?
I'm fine. Go for it.
Don't lower your standards. Don't lower to those Trump standards. You will never, ever regret doing what is right. Listen to your people. Say it loud, say it clear with me. Medicaid is needed here. Medicaid is needed here. Gracias, si se puede. Como no, el desafío a todos unidos. Sigue peleando. Gracias. Se puede. Sí se puede. Thank you. Sí se puede. 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 All right, our next speaker is Devon Newton, who is also a proud parent.
How's everybody doing? Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Devon. I'm honored to stand here today not just as an advocate, but as a father and an American who believes deeply in the idea that every single person deserves dignity, opportunity, and a fair chance at life, the American dream. My son Cairo was born with spina bifida. He was a fighter before he ever took his first breath. Thanks to programs like Medicaid, IHSS, and Social Security, my son has access to the care he needs to thrive. These programs aren't luxuries, they are lifelines. They are a foundation that holds up families like mine and so many others across California and across this country. These programs have given my family a chance at life. Yet today, we see proposals to cut these essential services. We see budgets that balance on the backs of working families, disabled children, the elderly, while the wealthiest amongst us, these robber barons, continue to benefit.
Are we going to stay here when they walk in? When they get...
It's an upside down system.
Do you know when that's happening?
Yeah, I think the thing is, we'll head back. She thinks it might be around 1:45 or so. So we're going to head back. But you can come back. So you'll drop me off. I got to do an interview at 1:15.
Okay.
But then you might come back to film that.
To film that? And
yeah.
that's happening at what time?
At, I believe it'll be around 1:30.
Okay.
So if you can drop me off after we do our 12:30,
yeah,
we'll shoot a tease
Not the market,
for
not the
tonight.
economy, not the billionaire elites. America isn't just a land or a flag. America is its people.
Oh, yeah.
We, the people, are the strength of this country. Not the powerful few who give the government its authority. We, the people. When you cut Medicaid, when you cut Social Security, when you cut programs that help children, disabled, families in need, you aren't just balancing the budget, you're breaking the promise America makes good people. We can and we must do better. We must build a country that keeps faith with every family. Because when we lift up the most vulnerable among us, we lift up all of us. Thank you.
Devon is a future candidate for a political office right there. Our next speakers are Sean White, Vice President of the Current Division, and Maria Ramirez, the External Affairs Manager, at a wonderful agency called PathPoint, which serves people with developmental disabilities here in Bakersfield and all over this area.
Thank you. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Thank you all for coming out today. As they say, my name is Sean White. PathPoint is a nonprofit organization dedicated to helping people.
Oh, you're good.
Excuse us, I'm so
In
sorry.
return, PathPoint provides a variety of services, including employment services, community integration, transition services for high school teenagers, and independent living.
You said you have an interview at 1:45. Is this regarding this, or what is it?
Regarding this, yeah.
Okay. Who are you going to talk to?
We're going to talk to a couple of our people that we talked to for our political broadcasting or couple of Republican strategies, one from up in Sacramento. So, yeah, that's what we're going for.
Intellectual and developmental disabilities to work and integrate into their community.
Yeah, and for those listening along on the stream,
Thank you,
we
Sean.
had reached out to Representative Valadao's office for an interview for today. We're not able to get him to speak, not via Zoom, not via in studio as well. We have put out a media request and not heard back. We'll be speaking with a couple of Republican strategists later in the day as well to try and get that alternate viewpoint as to what's going on today. But again, an interview request turned down by the Congressman's office for today.
Vital services, threatening their progress and independence.
Without proper Medicaid funding, PathPoint wouldn't be able to support people or employ staff. Medicaid funding makes this support possible. It funds housing support, job coaching, life skills, behavioral health services, and daily care. The things that allow people to thrive, not just survive.
Medicaid also funds the staff who provide this support. PathPoint employs hundreds of passionate, skilled professionals, direct support staff, job coaches, behavior specialists, program managers. These are the people who show up every day to help someone live more independently, get a job, build confidence, and find joy. If Medicaid is cut, these workers may face layoffs. We risk losing experienced, compassionate staff to other industries, and the people they support will suffer for it.
We are a part of a larger system that shows how Medicaid works when it's funded and respected. It uplifts individuals, supports families, strengthens communities, and creates meaningful jobs. Congressman Valadao, we do thank you for the support that you have shown thus far. And we continue to ask you, stand with us, protect Medicaid, protect PathPoint and our individuals, your constituents. Don't turn your back on the people who need to go now. Thank you.
Thank you so much. All right, everybody, let's say, what do we want? Healthcare. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? Healthcare. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? Healthcare. When do we want it? Now. Okay, our next speaker is Monica Escalante, an IHSS worker. Monica.
My name is Monica Escalante, and I am an IHSS care provider and a proud UDW member. Can you imagine if we lived in a world where we didn't have to fight the politicians and the billionaires for freedom to care for our seniors and people living with disabilities? We currently have to fight to protect and defend our communities from greed and corruption. I don't like it, but if that's what I have to do, then we will. Cuts to the Medicaid program that allow people with disabilities to live full and complete lives cannot be tolerated. Are you going to tolerate cuts to the Medicaid program? No! Now let me take you back. Back to August 8th, 1993. I was 20 years old. I was engaged to be married. I had a 1-year-old daughter, and I was 6 months pregnant. I went out of town to visit my dad, who was giving me my first car, a 1979 Cutlass Supreme. I was on top of the world.
Hmm?
Beautiful
Do
day.
you hear anything?
Did you hear?
When I got home,
I don't hear anything.
You hear anything? Do you want me to feed? I can put you on the same call. Should I do
Is there
that?
something going on right now?
Yeah.
Oh, there is?
Yeah, there's still a newscast.
Oh, I'm disconnected.
Oh, okay, you're good.
I was like, it stopped talking?
Yeah, no, he just got done with sports, so they'll have that last block. I don't think we have a tease this time around. I think I'm at the top again. Then we have, we'll see if they'll bring us our second interviewee. And if not, I'll just kind of just break down what we've seen and what's expected to happen later in the day.
And at the blink of an eye,
All right.
as life as we knew it changed forever. I got to the hospital to find him in a bed that rotated from side to side.
Okay, yeah, go for it.
A wishbone, a metal wishbone, connected to his head with sandbags.
You good?
Connected to his skull. Needless to say, I did pass out. I was traumatized, to say the least. Luckily, we had the amazing support of the hospital staff and the social services who guided us to apply for the financial services we suddenly needed. We needed a lot. We needed a wheelchair, a lift, a cushion, and even supplies to help him urinate. Without Medicaid, Social Security, disability safety nets, and all the other programs that are geared towards helping people like Victor, he would not be alive today, living in his home with dignity and respect for the last 31 years, guys. 31 years. He is about to turn 60. I'm here today to demand that David Valadao take a stand and vote no cuts to Medicaid. Your first two votes on the federal budget have hurt us. Your first vote started this fight, and your second vote left your constituents without a voice. David Valadao, it's time for you to take a stand and fight and protect our constituents. Victor didn't make a conscious decision to be disabled, but you make a conscious decision on how our vote in Congress goes. Lives are at risk. Let's not make any cuts to Medicaid. So, if you know me, that's just my speech. I was a care provider since I was a kid. My grandma didn't have any legs. She was disabled. And when she called for help, she was bedridden. When she called for help, she used this bell. I was in the neighborhood, and I could hear the bell ringing. We came for help. David Valadao, this bell is for you and Vince Fong, Young Kim, all of you that are, all the 435 representatives that we have. We want you to hear this. Wake up from the trance that you're in, and let's fight to save Medicaid. It's essential, it's needed, and we need you to hear us and stand up and represent.
Well, Silverstein. How about his news? Mic check?
Take a step back.
Yeah.
I just want to let you know that this is not the only rally. We are having 9 rallies this week, including right now, at the same time in front of Vince Fong's office. We have
a guy who's supposed to bring us an interviewee. If he doesn't, I'll just ramble.
People with disabilities today.
Which, for those people who are watching the live stream, no I can do, but we're going to give you all the information about what's going on around here.
Hello, everyone. My name is Christina Lockyer. I am a nursing home worker, and I'm an SEIU 2015 member. I'm here to speak, not on just caregiver, not just as a caregiver, but as someone who sees every day how important Medi-Cal is for people with disabilities.
Oh, he's got Monica.
I also care for my son who has Down syndrome, Stephen, who is 33 years old.
Same thing as last time. If you start on them, and yeah, then we'll zoom out.
I care for and rely on Medi-Cal for everything, from medicine to doctor's visits, from just having a place to
Perfect.
live and receive care.
What are you doing? See you.
Medi-Cal is our lifeline.
I'll start talking, and then they'll zoom out, and I'll start talking to
Many
you.
of them simply
Perfect.
won't survive. But it's not just about who gets got.
Monica Escalante, IDW?
What happens when the whole
UDW.
Or UDW, perfect. Thank you.
Even if someone technically still qualifies for Medi-Cal, what good is it that if there's not enough
providers, if there's long delays, if the care isn't there when they need it.
You have your bell on you?
To Medi-Cal hurt everyone.
Perfect.
Patients, families, and caregivers.
Don't go anywhere.
I know.
When I'm here.
And here is the other piece people don't talk enough about. Many of us who provide this care, we're on Medi-Cal too. We are essential. We are doing essential work.
Like I already spoke with him.
I know. I already spoke with Devin too. We had him last.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
Oh.
How does that make sense?
This will be for our live show. It'll be a little shorter.
If workers holding it up can't see about
Stand by.
I love this work. I show up for my residents every single day because they deserve dignity. We need a system that shows us. This is why I'm here. We say loud and clear. Don't balance the budget on the backs of people with disabilities and workers who care for them. Protect Medi-Cal.
Aaron, a lot of people here today are concerned about the potential possibility that their Medicaid benefits, Social Security benefits, Medi-Cal benefits would be touched. They want to put pressure on Representative Valadao to make sure that he votes no on any potential cuts that come their way. And it's something that has been growing here. We've been going to several protests you probably have seen outside the office. Nothing compares in size to this one as we've been tracking this story for the last several months. And someone that we've been tracking this story with for the last several months is Monica Escalante from UDW, who joins us now. And Monica, can you also describe what type of work you do and just how this potential cuts to Medicaid could affect you, both not only for what you do for your union and your personal beliefs, but then also for what you do for your job?
So I work in-home. I'm an in-home care provider. And so what that means is that we provide care for the disabled, for the seniors, for the veterans, for all the people who need care in their homes to live a dignified life, a long life. So that's what we're here today. I love the people that I work for. I love what I do, and that's what I'm here for today, is to fight so that no cuts are made to our Medicaid program. We cannot afford them.
And now whenever I've seen you at marches around Delano as well, which happened about a month back, and I've also seen you here speak today. You have a bell that you bring along with you. Can you tell us about what that means and what that means right now in this particular time?
So my bell was, I was a kid care provider for my grandma. My grandma didn't have any legs. She was disabled. She was almost bedridden, and so she needed help. IHSS does not pay for 24/7 care, and so my mom had to leave, and we were the care providers. And so she had this bell that she rang when she needed help, and we were out in the community, out in the neighborhood playing hide and seek or whatever. She would ring the bell, and we would come and answer that bell for her. And so now I have this bell here today to call for help, because we need help from David Valadao and all of the representatives that represent California and all of the United States, really. We need help. We need you to vote no cuts to Medicaid.
Could you give us a ring of that bell for us a little bit?
Absolutely.
All right, thank you so much, Monica. Appreciate your time. And Monica was ringing that bell up on the stage back here. Now people are protesting here. They're risking arrest. One of those people risking arrest is Dolores Huerta. 95-year-old Dolores Huerta shows you how much she cares for this cause. We spoke with her, and we'll have that story airing later tonight on our station on both KBAK, CBS at 5 and 6, and also at 10 o'clock on KBFX, along with some more words here from our good friend Monica. So here in David Valadao's office in downtown Bakersfield, Will Silverstein, Eyewitness News. Aaron, back to you.
Vote for a budget that has drastic cuts to Medicaid. And we thank him for signing that letter. But there's a lot more road ahead, folks. That letter is not going to be enough. And not just say it, we have to do it. We have to see these no votes. Voices United, who is here to introduce our amazing guest today. I'd like to present Miguel Lugo.
protesting for Social Security benefits, protesting for Medi-Cal benefits. Protesters are outside Representative David Valadao's office in downtown Bakersfield, protesting for what they hope are not Medicaid cuts, trying to put some pressure there on the congressman. The story tonight. Yeah, we can do one more of those. Is it fine there, or do you want me to take it off? Sure. Yeah. More time? Fine. Protesters outside Congressman David Valadao's office. What are they protesting? Hands off Medicaid. Hands off Medi-Cal. He hasn't voted no on it yet, and they're concerned that he might. The pressure they're putting on, the stories behind the protesters tonight.
Maris, representing TASK today with our folks with developmental disabilities. We are going to head out a little early. We're at a public building and we don't have restroom access out here. We're here to fight for people's rights, save Medicare, ask Representative Valadao to keep the services, to prioritize them, but we're going to have to leave early because they are not allowing public restroom access in a public building right now. So.
How does that make you feel and make your people that you're here with feel?
Well, it feels like their voice is underrepresented. It is. They're not being taken seriously, and their dignity is suffering. That's how it makes us feel. So.
And then what about that looming vote as well? What do you feel about that? The potential that benefits could be cut.
That not only are we here for the individuals, but the families as well. So many families are affected, and this is for the dignity of the families, the care. I think that the constituents who need the most assistance need to be taken care of, and the vote will reflect that.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Can I get your name again?
It's Ingrid Mares.
Can you spell it for us too?
INGRIDMARES with the Adult Skills Center, Clinical Director, Behavior Analyst.
And from here in Bakersfield?
We are with Kern County. We have a program with Kern County, Mojave, Bakersfield, Tehachapi areas.
Great.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it.
Perfect. Okay.